Alright guys, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the difference between biological sex, your sex, and gender, because a lot of people seem to get that mixed up. They think that the gender and sex are the exact same thing, and I'm here to separate them so that you know that gender and sex are two different things. Okay, sex is a biological, it is completely biological. It's usually determined by chromosomes. Most males that have XY, okay, anyone who's XY chromosome is considered a male, okay. Females have XX chromosomes, okay. These chromosomes influence hormones and development in the womb, which typically results in male or female genitalia, a penis or a vagina, okay. However, sex does not dictate sexuality, you know, who you're attracted to. So just because you have a penis doesn't mean you're going to be attracted to someone who has a vagina. You do have people who are homosexual. Everyone knows that. Whether you're a Christian, an atheist, it doesn't matter. They exist, okay? And not everyone fits neatly into XX or XY categories. There's other ones. There's other chromosomes that you haven't heard about. Look it up on Google. Now, gender. Let's get into this. What is gender? I already talked about sex. Chromosomes. What you're born with. You have a penis or vagina. Where is gender? What's the difference? Okay, gender, on the other hand, is a social construct. Okay? This means society, people create expectations about what it means to be a man or a woman. And many cultures do different things to become a man, like jumping on nails or falling into alligators. You know, every culture does something different to be a man or a woman. So for example, in some cultures, we're going to go with just the color blue. Blue is considered masculine, and pink is considered feminine. But that's not biological. So just because you are born with a penis does not mean you're going to like blue. And just because you're born with a vagina doesn't mean you just like pink. You could be born with a penis and like the color pink, and you like wearing dresses. There's people like that, right? So that's a gender, woman and man. Okay. So a person assigned male at birth may identify as a woman, because woman and female are not the same thing. Female is what you're born with, that's your sex. Okay? And woman is your gender. Female, woman, sex, gender. Because woman or man is a social construct. So if someone says identify as a woman, it's because they like pink. So if you're born with a penis, you like pink, you may identify as a woman, even though you have a penis. So what would you say? You're a male who identifies as a woman. You have a penis who identifies as a woman who likes pink, basically. And a person assigned female birth may identify as a man. Gender identity is about how someone experiences themselves, not just their body, it's also your mind. Importantly, biological sex and gender identity do not always align. So just because you have a penis and you identify as a woman because you like pink, doesn't mean you're going to like a man, doesn't mean you're going to like a woman. It depends on each individual. That's the difference between sex and gender. I hope finally you understand. If you don't, comment below so that someone can repeat and repeat and repeat the logic of what I just said. Have a good night.